What is a default judgment? How do I get a default judgment? And how do I defend a default judgment if one has been entered against me? Hey everybody, my name is Ballew, litigation attorney at Martinson Beason in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm going to talk to you quickly today about what default judgments are, how you get them, and how you defend them if a default judgment has been entered against you. A default judgment, quite simply, is a judgment that one party can get against another when that other party has been served with process and they fail to respond within the 30-day timeline required by Alabama law. In other words, it's a judgment that one party can get against another when that other party is essentially ignoring the lawsuit, sitting on their hands, and not doing anything about it. How do I get a default judgment? It's a fairly easy process. There are a few forms that your attorney will have to complete and a few that you may have to sign as well. Depending on the lawsuit, though, there is a good chance that the documents, once they're filed, will simply be granted by the court and a final order will be entered without there being a hearing. In a domestic matter or a divorce case, there is generally a few extra steps that you have to complete, a few extra documents that you have to sign, and there's almost always a hearing set by the court. There's also a $50 filing fee for a default judgment in any case that you file one for. How do I defend a default judgment if one has been entered against me? This is not a good spot to be in, I'll tell you. If you get served with a complaint or a lawsuit or some sort of legal motion, you need to contact an attorney immediately to avoid the default judgment process altogether. But if one has been entered against you, you have 30 days to file a motion to set that judgment aside. You should speak with your attorney first and foremost about what your defense is to the allegations made against you and provide a pretty good reason why you didn't respond within 30 days as required by law. So those things would be pretty important, but again, it's even more important to avoid the default judgment process altogether. So you need to speak with your attorney very quickly after having been served with any sort of lawsuit. If you like this video, feel free to share it on social media. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. If you have any questions about the default judgment process or any other litigation issues, feel free to contact me. My email address is Caleb, C-A-L-E-B, at martinsonandbeason.com, or you can give us a call at 256-533-1667. We'd be happy to speak to you, answer any questions that you have about the default judgment process.